Hello, Chris from My Stamp Lady, and I'm so glad you're here to stamp with me today. So today I'm going to do some masking with some fun new products. I am going to be using the Lift Me Up set. This is a set from our Occasions catalog, which has started January 4th. So here's where you can find this set in the catalog on page 10. And it has a coordinating die set. I am not using the die today, but if you want to purchase them together, you can get a bundle price. So this is found in our Occasions catalog. And if you've ordered from me in the past year, you should have received this catalog in the mail. If not, contact me. And if you want to request one and don't have a demonstrator, please go to my website, mystamplady.com, and request a catalog. Okay, the second product I'm using is the Any Occasions stamp set. Now this is a special stamp set. This is a Sale-A-Bration stamp set, which can be found in this special brochure that's available now through March 31st. And it is a stamp set. Here's the stamp set, and here are some ideas. This is a stamp set that you get free with a $50 purchase from now through March 31st. I am also going to be using the Carried Away Designer Series paper, and this is another Sale-A-Bration choice, and it does coordinate with that Lift Me Up set, and it's a two-sided paper. And this is also found in this little brochure, in the Sale-A-Bration brochure, and it's found right here. And if it has the free balloon pictured next to it, you know that the items in this catalog are free. Some of the items they have in there listed as products that they suggest to go with the free items. Okay, so let's get on to our masking. I'm going to be using the colors Watermelon Wonder, Mint Macaron, and Peekaboo Peach. And I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock. It's Whisper White, and it is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So here is my 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White cardstock. Move up here a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is stamp the balloon that is going to be in the forefront, the most front balloon. Most forward balloon? Maybe that's how I would say it. Okay, so let's ink that up with Mint Macaron. And I would like that stamped about right, let's put that about right there. Okay, so there's my Mint Macaron paper, or balloon. I'm going to wash off my stamp here. So now, what I've done, and I've done this ahead of time, is I've done this on some masking paper that I found, and it's just a light tack paper. Post-it notes also work. I cut it out, and there is a die, but the reason I didn't use the die is because I want it cut really close to the edge of the balloon. The die is going to leave a little space. You don't want that little edge. You want to stamp, in fact, you would be helpful to cut your balloon even slightly smaller than the original stamped design, because when your second balloon that you stamp is going to leave a little, there's going to be a little edge between where the paper is and your cardstock you're stamping on. So you want to leave it so that it can overlap a little tiny bit. Okay, so my next one is Watermelon Wonder. Let's ink up that. And I have this covered now. Move my scratch paper up a little bit. And I would like to stamp it slightly lower and to the right and overlapping. So I'm right there, and you can see I've overlapped that a little bit. Clean off my stamp. And let's do the Peekaboo Peach on the other side. Okay, and so slightly down and to the left, and stamp that. Okay, now I can ink up with the Night of Navy. I am going to ink the largest cloud I have, and let's ink that up. This is still covered with my mask, and so I'm going to stamp that right there. I could pick up that mask because I would like to stamp a cloud to the left of the Peekaboo Peach. You can see how that's behind there. Let's cover up the Peekaboo Peach balloon. Oops, I'm a little bit low, so let's pull that up a little bit. And you can see how the Watermelon Wonder and the Peekaboo Peach balloon look like they're behind the Mint Macaron one. Covering this up with the paper. And let's stamp a cloud kind of up over this way. There we go. And so now when I lift up my cover, there, I have the cloud behind this balloon, the balloons are layered, and the cloud behind that balloon. can set aside my large mask. And I actually have already cut my card base, which is Night of Navy, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's in between. And I can set down on there. I have a piece of the Carried Away Designer Series paper, and this is 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Open that cover up there. And I'm just going to place that down on my card front. It's taking a piece of Night of Navy. This is the Night of Navy baker's twine. It's the solid baker's twine. And I want to wrap it around the Designer Series paper twice. And actually, let's see, I should leave a little more to the left side here because I want my bow to be to the left side. And I'll just tie a bow. Once you have that bow how you would like that to look, just trim off your tails here. There we go. And then I can just place this down on my card front. I'm going to center this onto this Night of Navy cardstock. Then I'm going to give it a good rub there because I don't want it to pop up. And it helps if you rub the snail adhesive to give it a little more sticking. Okay, so there's my card base. Okay, so now I have my focal image that I'm going to work with, and this is a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And I'm going to pull in my Stampin' Pierce pad because I'm going to be working with some of the photopolymer stamps, and they work a bit better on if you have a Stampin' Pierce pad. So from that Any Occasion set, I am going to stamp the little banner, the little banner string. I'll wipe that off because I'm going to switch colors. Okay, and then the next one is going to be in Watermelon Wonder, and I'm going to do that banner up to the top here. Okay, so now I have the Celebrate, and I have some of the other little pieces here. The Celebrate, and because this is photopolymer and clear, you can see through, and actually I need to kind of put my head over it here. You can see through to line up the Celebrate with the string. And then I have this little banner. This is included in the Any Occasion set. And I'll put a couple of little flags at the end here. I'm a little tiny bit off there. I will admit it is much easier for me to do this off camera, so I just made that one a little bit longer. I added another one in there, made that one a little bit longer. Okay, included in this Any Occasion, then they even have a little like tassel or ribbons that can go to the end here, so I'm going to stamp that at the bottom. Let's come over here and stamp that one. And then they have a top little bow, so let's put that right up there. Okay, so the next thing to do is to add the little bunting, and this is also in Watermelon Wonder. Now I'm going to do my best lining that up. There. It works best if you're right overhead and kind of looking down through, and when I'm filming that's very difficult. Okay, so I have my banners from the Any Occasion. Now I want to add in my balloon, and the first balloon I stamp is going to be in Peekaboo Peach, because that's the one that's going to stand forward. That's the balloon I'm going to mask to start with. So let's place that balloon right down here, and I have cut out a little mask to cover up that balloon. Go a little bit down. You want to cut your mask nice and tight so when it overlaps it doesn't leave a space. And the second one is Watermelon Wonder, and this one I'm going to stamp slightly to the right and up a bit. There we go. And before I remove this mask, I'm going to take the small cloud and stamp a couple of Night of Navy clouds around it. So we can put one down there, one up there. Now I can remove the mask, put the mask on the other balloon, and you can use your mask several times or until the stickiness is gone. There we go. And then I will stamp one more cloud up here. There we go. And then when you're all done, there you go. And look at how you have that nice depth. You have the clouds behind the balloons, the balloon is slightly behind the other balloon, and you have your sentiment up at the top. I have a Watermelon Wonder piece of cardstock mat to put on there, and that cardstock measures 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and we'll just mat that. There we go. And then I'll take a few pieces of, I'll put a few dimensionals on the back side so that it'll pop up a little bit from the back of the card and give it a little bit more depth. I have removed those dimensionals from the back side of that. Pull in that card base, and then we'll just place that right down here to the left. I've taken a little bit of the clear Wink of Stella, and it's going to be hard to see on camera, but I've added a little bit of shimmer to my clouds. So there's my card front. A fun thing to do with rubber stamps, and a fun thing with this Lift Me Up stamp set, is that it includes some nice inside greetings. So I am going to ink my balloon in mint macaron and stamp that here towards the top. And in Night of Navy, I've got "You Soar Above the Rest, Congratulations," and I'll just stamp that just kind of over, slightly below the top of the balloon and over. Okay. If you have any questions about this card that I've made, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris, at mystamplady.com. All of the supplies are available in my online store at shopwithmystamplady.com. Don't forget about the Sale-A-Bration options that you can earn right now through March 31st, 2017. Go to mystamplady.com for more information. Thanks for watching.